Mukam karoti vachalam Pangam langhayate girim Yatkrupatamaham vande Paramananda Madhavam. As we embark on a program of deeper studies into the Karma Yoga, I am reminded of my first introduction to the idea of Karma Yoga. I think I was studying in intermediate when I came across that beautiful book by Lloyd Douglas, namely The Magnificent Obsession. It was Dr. Hudson's obsession, but that obsession was a magnificent obsession. That magnificent obsession was the Karma Yoga obsession. So in that, it is a very beautiful story. Maybe the modern stories which we read are so very different. So as an introduction to our understanding Karma Yoga, I would like to narrate that in summary, little bit of that story. Dr. Hudson was a surgeon who was practicing in one of the very famous institutions in America. And every day after the work is over, he used to go and sit in a pub and drink some beer or something like that. So after a few days, he started noticing a special behavior of the waiter who was serving the beer. He started noticing it. He is always so very pleasant, so accommodating, so cheerful, always smiling and bringing with him an aura of happiness. So after some time, this doctor asked him, "See, I am a doctor with so much of capacity to serve people, but you are only a waiter, but still you bring so much of happiness to people. What is the secret behind it?" Then the waiter asked him, "Do you have a Bible at home?" He said, "Yes, there must be a Bible at home." "Then take such and such a chapter and such a saying. Read it. Meditate upon it." So he went home, searched for the Bible, got it, and took that particular chapter, Matthew's or something like that, and particular saying that says simply, "Let not the left hand know what the right hand gives." He read it, it didn't strike him in any way peculiar. Then he started thinking about it. Then he got the message. That is, whatever we do, we should do in such a way not to get name and fame for ourselves, but as a service. Equivalent to our karmanyevadhikaraste ma bhaleshu kadachana ma karma bhalaheturbhu mate samgo swagarmani. It's almost like that only. Then, when the message became clear to him, the doctor changed his modus operandi. He started serving people in a different way, not only as a surgeon or a doctor, but socially. He will look out for people who are in need. He will go and help them, maybe giving some money for education, or helping them to build a house, or maybe to get a child married, or maybe getting a person treated in the hospital. In multifarious ways, he was finding ways in which he could serve the public. But every time he kept he insisted on the receiver never revealing to anybody who helped the person. And the beauty of it, the more and more he became engaged in this, we can say in our terms, sloka sangraha, asking for no return, the more and more glorious became his life. He became a very famous doctor, and finally he became the director of the institute. And then one day suddenly he had a heart attack and he died. When he died and his body was kept for people to come and pay their respects, the wife was sitting there. After some time she noticed all these people who come to pay their respects to the doctor are not his patients. There is a different group of people. Then slowly she asked one or two of them and asked them, "How do you know the doctor?" Then he said, "Oh my God, doctor is our savior. He helped to get my son educated, my daughter married, or to build house to be built. In many, many ways, doctor has helped us." But I never knew it. Yeah, because he insisted that we never revealed it to anybody. Then the wife became very curious. So my husband had a side of his character which was unknown to me. She wanted to find out the secret. Then he started rummaging through all his papers. Finally, she comes across a book, Dr. Hudson's Journal. It's a sort of autobiographical sketch. So in that, he is revealing this particular instant where he meets the waiter and waiter gives the soup. Then he has written there in a code. This message is not written in there so that everybody can read. In a particular code, he has written it so that only through careful analysis you can understand the words. So in that it is written that when you help others, you should not make a publicity out of it and all that. So in that way, he became addicted to, in our sense, karma yoga. He became a true karma yogi, and remember that sahayajna praja srishtva purovacha prajapati anena prasavishyadvam eshavostvishta kamadhuk. When your karma gets transformed into karma yoga, it becomes a yajna, and that yajna will be like a kamadhenu. It will bring untold glory, wealth, everything for you. So that is the first instance of the significance of karma yoga that impressed me. Later only, of course, I used to get that sloka, karmanyevadhikarasya, but the practical illustration in the life of a person, how it will operate, all that I came to know through this book, Magnificent Obsession, and its second volume, Dr. Hudson's Journal. So I thought